Okay, I think we are live. We are live. Let me see. Let me see whether we are live. Let me see if we're live. Um. Okay. I don't think I can stop. Okay, so we'll just proceed. Hello, everyone. Um. Okay. Before we go on, I want to quickly sign in to my account. Let me see where we are. Okay, fine. We're live. So quickly. Okay. To quickly sign in. This evening I want to account. Let me see where we are. Okay, fine. We're live. So quickly. Okay. So we're going to an anything automation and briefly we'll be talking about an experience tracker. So I'll be showing you everything like this step by step and some of the problem statements. So okay, so let me on going to an automation. Okay, let me read briefly. Don't need this. So will be the project is an experience tracker. An experience tracker. So I'm building this automation by step and for the problem year on year now. So weekly, this is the week project for this week. So this is the process flow. The goal: stop manual data entry for expenses. You will simply forward a mail with receipt to a specific address. Then anytime we read the image PDF, log the details paid vendor into the Google Sheet automatically. New skills. Okay, we'll leave all that. What you need: a Gmail account, OpenAI, or something else. Say. So what we'll be technically doing is sending an email to with a receipt, then to an specific email address. Our automation should be able to capture data of that mail, of that attachment, and also um, use OCR. Okay, let's check it. So sending an email to with a receipt. OCR is optical character recognition. So using this OCR tool to actually use OCR, I call it, take the text from the document that we have attached, and then we extract the text, like what our method extract, what we do extract, recognition, so vendor's name, amount, that actually expense, cost, and log it into Google Sheet. So I think first thing first is to understand the flow. So what I normally do is actually number one is um going with the flow. Going with the flow. So that's the basic thing I do. I get. So we start here is a start point, just a normal flow chart. Then I have a email trigger. What this email does, it watches for emails is received. So I will I don't know how I'm going to do it, but let's just do it together. To those who are online, let's just work on it together. If you have any comments, drop comments in there. Comment so what happens is we watch this mail. Once we receive an email with an attachment, we use OCR. We extract the I don't know how I'm going to or the picture. Remember that let's just do it together. PDF to those who are online or picture format. So or PDF in picture format. So what happens? I don't know how I'm going to do that, but let's just move on. Then the next thing we're going to use either model to extract or we are going to use another tool to extract and then we'll log the details in the sheet format. Now I think previously I've used PDF in Llama. So Llama is also I don't know how I'm going to do that, but let's just see. Then the next thing I'm going to use either also a tool for extraction or we are going to use another tool to extract and then we'll log the details in the sheet format. Now I think previously I've used Llama. Llama is also I don't know how I'm going to do that, but let's just see. Llama. The next thing we're going to use either also a tool for extraction or we are going to use the Llama index. So that's Llama index. So for extracting file, and I think I must have used Llama. Llama is also I must have used one or two of their products. I need to sign up. So using this API, so to sign up, the Llama index sign up for that. Allow it to, I don't sign up for extra. I want to sign in. I think I must have used because I already have something running, so I might not got through the long sign up. So use my using this API. So to sign up the Llama in sign up for that. Allow it to, I don't sign up for extra. I want to sign in. I think I must have used the because before we get that. Okay, something running. So I might not. So let's go back to Flowchat. So this if you want to know the software I'm using for this flowchart, I'm making use of um draw.io. So we have node trigger. So let's go to let's go back to if you want to know the software I'm using for this flowchart, I'm putting it under let me see draw.io. So we have I'm going to be putting it under node trigger. So 2026. Putting it under week 3. Yeah, we have week 3 CV screening. I've done it already, so I'm creating a new workflow. So I'll be putting it under. So the title of our workflow is expense tracker. So we have. I'm going to be putting it under node trigger. So expense tracker. Putting it under the current I'm on version 3 in case you want to know the version I'm working on 2.4.8 already, so I'm actually behind. So we need a trigger node. So the trigger node will be our domain. So on message received, so that's fine. So it's I'm on version. My Gmail is already connected, so as you can see it here. So it's pulling every 1 minute. So we need a trigger node. What event when we receive an email? So let's see what this is. So on message received. So we want to do that's fine. Include I'm on version. My Gmail is already connected, so as you can see it here. Sender. Okay, because I want to limit what I want to do. So what event when you receive an email for something else? So let's say download attachment. Download attachment because we'll be attaching a file. Then let's go to sender. For now, I'm going to do what a specific sender. So what event you want to receive an email for something else. So enter an email out of the sender's name. So I want it to receive from because I receive lots of mails there. So I would not want let me use start my email. For now, I'm going to do to a specific sender. Which mail should I use? No. So enter an email out of the sender's name. So I want Gmail to receive from because I receive lots of any email received from xn@gmail.com. I think that should be the email address. Email address. Let me check email address. Don't want this meeting to be too long. In 10 minutes, and we've not gotten too far. But I think one thing we should understand is in the next 1 hour video, I'll show us how I drew this, and because it's kind of important to people know how to draw your flow chart. This meeting, so I think it's in 10 minutes and we've not gotten too far. Correct. I think so. One thing we should understand is in the next 1 hour video, I'll show us how I drew this, and because it's kind of important to people know how to draw. So let me just briefly just pick flowchart. This is how to draw this flowchart. Just pick flows from here. It's very easy. Let me do it separately. It's very easy. Flows from here. Click. Let me see. Pick another flow from here. Reverse. Reverse. Put it here. Reduce this. Let me just briefly put it here. Click on any edge point and drag it and connect with the green dots from here. You can pick another four corners circle here. Flows from here. Size. It's Control Shift and have another duplicate. Or the Control Shift Control. This Control I used here. Put it here. Align it. Click on any edge here. Drag it. Take it dot here. Put it here. Then I brought out a circle here. Put it here. This draw.io for those that want to know the app I'm using. Take it. Have another duplicate. Undo or pick it from this dot and drop it into the space that aligns together. Align it. And I can choose another box from here. Put it here. That's my Google Sheet. Then I can choose another box from here to end. Put it here. This draw.io for those that want smaller like this. And that's it. Basically how it looks. To type in it, just click into it and drop it and align together. Fine. So choose to another box from here or CR. That's my Google Sheet. That's basically how it looks. I can choose another box from here to end. So we've done the first step, mail trigger. The next step is let's send an invoice. So firstly, I'll be using the simple invoices that we could actually use. Simple invoices that we could actually use. So I have an invoice. For invoice, I can just download mail trigger. The next example is let's send an invoice. So firstly, I'll be using the simple invoices that we get one. Simple invoices that's very simple. So yes, I have an invoice for invoice. I just download. Okay, if not, I have one already in my system. So let me open that one up and I'll show you. Let me see how that invoice looks like. This is a PDF invoice, and so it's kind of structured, so it will be easy for any by extraction. You look for something simple. Let me just a minute. Let me see. Invoice. Okay, I will just edit the invoice that I have. PDF invoice, and it's kind of structured. Let me open the invoice. So it will be easy for any to remove some things from the invoice extraction. You look for something simple, just to make it simple. Let's see. Just to make it simple. Invoice. It's opening. Okay, I will just edit the invoice that I have. PDF invoice, and it's kind of structured. Let me open the invoice. So it will be easy for any okay. So put an invoice. Let me click format it. Something so just make it simple to value. Make it simple. Let me remove this opening the private information from this invoice. Okay, let me leave it. Okay. Let me click format. Sorry, I know that you can't see my screen now. Just a minute. I'll be up. So I want to create a structure. Okay, let me show you this invoice. So this is an invoice. Let me leave it. This is an invoice for the purchase of the 3.5 GBA inverter. Let me. So sorry, I know that you can't see my screen now. By minutes, I'll be up to move all this. So I want to create a structure. Okay, let me show you this. So this is customer name. This is the 3.5 GBA inverter. So I want to save it as I'll be putting this in my text directory original. So I need a text directory for this desktop documents. Sorry, I'm just doing this on the go, so I'm not actually so that you could all see I'll be putting this in all the steps that I took. So automation. So we're looking for the right folder. Okay, private desktop. Okay, Ruby. Sorry, portfolio. I'm just doing this on the go, so I'm not actually. This is it. So that you could all see just in all the steps PDF that I took. PDF automation. So we're looking for the right folder. PDF invoice. Okay, private save. So PDF invoice has been sorry portfolio. Then I'm just doing this on the go, so I'm not actually PDF. So that you could all see just in all the steps PDF that I to make it a PDF automation. So we're looking for the right test PDF invoice. Okay, private save. So PDF invoice has been portfolio to make it a PDF. I'm just doing this on the go, so I'm not actually PDF. So that you all see just in so I think I'm still checking our time. I just want to spend less than an hour. So not now to make it an then I need to put details to them. This is the this is the so I think I'm still checking out I just created. I saved it as a PDF. So we don't need this Word document anymore. Now, so what we want to extract, first we want to extract the um okay that's any problem. I still use it. Want to extract the item name, I extract the price and the date, then the invoice number. That's basically what we want to do. So to activate this trigger, I need to send that invoice. I need to send that invoice to. I need to send the invoice. Item name. So I need to send the invoice to my to this Gmail. So let's execute, and I'm sure it will not get anything. Nothing. It hasn't gotten any mail yet. So anything? Let's see. No response. Okay. So let me create a new mail. Compose. I'm sorry you can't see. Okay, or should I make you see what I'm doing? Okay, let me make you see what I'm doing. Can I move it? Let me see whether I can move it. Um, okay. Oh, no, okay. Just a minute. XN. I want to switch to another account so that I can send the invoice. So this is the account. Where's the invoice? So I'm sending it to this email address. Remember, we have this is the folder. We have our test invoice, and this is the draw.io profile. This is the picture that we're actually using as our guide. This is the picture we're using as our guide. So this is it. This is it here. So I want to send an email address, email, compose an email. I'm sending to this account, compose. Let me put an attachment, put the attachment in it, then put to hydro at gmail.com. The subject is invoice for 5. It's a 3.53.5 kVA inverter. So I'm attaching it and send. So view message. I've actually sent it. So let me fetch. Yeah. We didn't find any data engineer simulated at the event. Please create one in Gmail and try again. So let me check whether yes the email has arrived. So sender the sender's details is correct. Let me fetch again. Nice. So remember what we said. We said check my account every minute. Whenever I receive a message from this person that has an attachment, I need the attachment. So I wanted to pin this, but I couldn't. Let me see JSON schema. I can't. So I need to be fetching it every time. Wow. Okay, pin. I did. I was able to pin the data. Thank you. Anything. So let's go back. So what we need is this is it. So since I don't need it anymore, I'll just make use of the picture. So let's close this card. So we just use the picture to work. We'll just use the picture. Let me make it bigger so that we can actually see what is happening here. So bigger, then minimize. So what's next is we've created the email trigger. We said PDF. We know that there are actually two routes. So we don't know what route. So we're going to use an if node. If if route. So if this value here, so JSON table. So I need to know where the data is. This is a binary. Okay, let me see something. Let me go back. Let me see if I can add option. Sorry. In data, let's use data. Attachment prefix. Prefix. Attachment prefix. No, we don't want attachment prefix. Delete. Add option. Attachment prefix. Attachment prefix. Prefix is after. Okay, let's use as attachment 0. I don't know what it will bring out, so let's use this as my attachment 0 as the name of the file. I wish I could name the file. I should be able to name this file. Add filter. Let me see. Include spam. Include name. No. Let me see. I wish it's node So I'll put this one later. If attachment 0 is, so it's not, it's a data. So boolean is an object. It's an object exists. Let's say execute. Is a string, not what I was expecting. Exists. Okay, why is it a string? Because it's a file. I'm not. Let me see schema. Let me see what we have here. Oh, why do we have this? Delete. Why do we have this here? So let me unpin this and run it again. Okay, it's a binary. Okay, binary. If attachment. So let me execute this. Add options. Let me see. Convert types were required. So this is it. So we want to. Do I need to download the file? So it actually downloaded the file. Let me see exist. Okay, so it's actually a string. So I need to create a filter so that we can know the actual file it is. So what type of file is it? From here we can see it's a PDF. So we're going to create a route for edit or switch. I don't need this, I need switch. Switch. So I'm just starting from the scratch to understand what we're going to do here. It's an object. Let me see. There's a particular node that allows me to filter. There's a particular node that allows me to filter. What node is that? There's a particular node that allows me to filter. Let me check the node. So just a minute. History. There's a particular node that allows me to filter. I think that node. Where is the set node? I don't even know where it is. I can't remember anymore. So I don't even know anymore. But I think I'm going to get it. No worries. I'll get it. So if there's an attachment route here, then we need to check if there's actually we need to check if there's actually type. So I will check it here. Let me remove this. I did um I did a data ingestion pipeline previously. So okay, it's here. Let me check it. Let me check it. So okay, let me see whether is this. Let me see. Zoom in. Just a minute, please. I'm trying to. Okay, it's not this. Let me go home. I'm checking a previous workflow. I did extract agent tutorial, agent tutorial. Okay, I'm trying to look for the best approach to use for this workflow. Yes, I have seen it. So let me see. I'm trying to look at the roles. Okay, fine. I've seen what I used. It's actually a switch node. So I'm looking for this one, two, three, four. So we want to route the difference. So if JSON, let's go to the JSON. JSON dot, yes, this is MIME version. Let's go to binary MIME type. MIME type. If the type of the data, let's scroll down. MIME version. Okay, let's just search for it directly. MIME. So where are you? MIME type, no match. Just a minute. You know that it's actually a binary file. MIME version and content type HTML. Okay. This is what I'll do. Let me just type PDF. PDF. It doesn't have a table. Let me see what it has under tables. It doesn't have the name of the file either. Schema. It doesn't have schema. Content type. That's what it has. Text file ID. I think the file is downloaded already, so this is MIME type here. Let me see. Search trigger download binary. Let me see if I can just. Oh, sorry. So, what type of role stream? One, two. Let me see. MIME type is equal to app.pdf. Let's see what I have to trigger. Execute. So, let's do something. Another route. Execute. One item. So, rename output. PDF. Rename output. Let's see. Um, File. This picture. Execute. It came on that picture. It did not recognize this. Do we need to download the file? Okay, let's download it. Where can I download it from? I think I can download it. Let me download it first. Drive. Ah, for me to download it, I actually need, let me see, I actually need, let me see, Drive. Let me see something. Google Drive, download the file. Let's see. So for us to actually download this file, we need the source from ID. So let's use ID, file ID, message ID, message ID, ID of what? The message. So um, let me see something. Trigger node, loop. Oh, okay. So get the file details. So what I want to do is not download. I want to get the file. Table, JSON. Let me see. File ID. Let's see the IDs available here. Message signature, line date, message ID, subject, content, content type, content type, date. So there's something that is happening here. There's no way for us to fetch. Well, well, because it's not recognizing the data type. Let me see. Hmm. Let me see. From destination. Stop. Okay, so download. So I tried downloading it. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. So we want to download a file from download a file from a list. Now we've gotten this file. So for us to download, we need a file ID. So this will not work. We already have what we need. Gmail has already downloaded the file for us. Let's see. JC. So we have the binary data. So if the rule is build a match for each output expression, so if JC thread ID, label ID. So I think we need to understand how Gmail actually deals with file. If it's um OneDrive, I could directly pull the data. Okay, no worries. How can I download the can I download the attachment from Gmail after fetching it? Yes. Once the output, look at the output toggle, you'll see two tabs, JSON binary. Once the node executes, look at the output toggle, you see JSON. JSON contains subject and the yes, binary contains the yes. Moving to the file. You don't download. It's to your computer's hard drive. You need to just save it to this. If you want to save it to Google Drive, add a Google Drive node, set the operation to upload in the file format, type the name. You want to extract the data, you just pass it into the document parser. So I don't want to do it like that because firstly I want to identify between, okay, let me use the long route. Since it did not allow me, let me use the long route. So let me add it to my OneDrive. So I'm adding download. Let me delete this. Let me add it so that I'll be able to get what I need after uploading. Let me see. Upload the file to drive. Let me create a folder. Let me see. I'll use the long route, then I'll use the short route. Let me create a folder. Input data field is um attachment dot zero. That's the name. Attachment dot zero. The name of the file containing binary. Then, if not specified, the original name will be used. Okay, fine. Then from parent drive, parent folder, drive where to upload the file to, where the folder, where to load the file. Okay, let me use URL. So I have my Gmail. Let me open, create this, and there's something I'm looking for. Is how I can actually manipulate the content. So I don't know whether it's inside Gmail. Let me see. If node. If node doesn't have it. If node doesn't have it. Then I'll just try two ways. Let me see. OneDrive. I'm trying to create a folder in my OneDrive. Then I'm trying to create a folder in my OneDrive where I'll actually upload the data to. So drive drive okay, okay, this is where it is. Computer syncing HP. Just a minute, I'm trying to create. I didn't plan for this before now, so I'm just doing everything live. How many minutes do we have left to the end of the stream? We have 15 minutes. Then projects. Let me see. Automation, automation, automation. Um, lobby. Then my portfolio. So 2026, week 3, expense tracker. Let me create a folder in here. Okay, create a folder, new file folder. So the folder will contain, answer, create a new folder upload, new folder. It's called reset, and create. So folder created. Let me copy the link, copy the folder. So let's see whether I can use that. Let me add option from list. Let's see. URL root. This is the root folder. This is the root folder. So execute. Request 400. Let me see. This one is still fine. Load file source. Attachment underscore 0. File name. URL. Parent folder. Oh, let me solve it. The drive where to upload the file. The folder where to upload the file. I'm sorry. So again, this is parent file. Let me go back to the folder. The folder. Control A, back, Control V, and execute again. It is out. Okay. I thought I pinned it. Let me execute this workflow again and see the output. It should be okay. We have it successful. We now have a file ID. Thank you. Then I want to do something again. Drive, Google Drive, download the file. So I'm downloading the file. I have file ID. Let me pin this. Thank you. Then so let me download it again and execute. So I uploaded. I wanted to get some type of data. Nice. So now for this I can actually JSON it to get the meme type. Thank you so much. So meme type. The meme type is, where are you? I saw it just now. Oh, downloads, yes. Meme type. Where meme type is equal to application. So when we execute this, what do we have? We have it. So the other one is when meme type is equal to let's say I don't know the meme type for picture yet. So now we are done. So I don't know why Gmail could not give us that type of information, but it's fine. So we've uploaded and downloaded. So this first was if it exists. So If it doesn't exist, it just triggers a stop. And now we've gotten the meme type for PDF, and the other output will be picture. So the next question is um next question is um what are we going to use to extract this? So we could use this pass this llama index. So llama index, pass your document including tables, images, provide your document to define the schema, extract. Okay, so I have something already, but we just need to test different things out. So let me upload it. That's our tracker. Is inside expense tracker. It's inside here. This is it. Open. So we want to know the right schema to use for our file. Then configuration. Extract from the entire document at once. Extract from each page, tables and rows. Extract from each row of the table structure. So what I want fast 10 credits, fast is 5 credits. Then I want to run this schema. So schema create auto generate schema generate. And let's see, let's generating the right schema. So we have invoice these strings coming out. We have invoice date, seller info, name, nice. Two salesperson. There's a place that is missing. Two. So I don't have that here. Invoice number. We have it. We have invoice the seller information about the seller, name of the company selling. We have buyer info about the so run extraction. So I think was it extracted from the random PDF, giving the document a gentle message. So invoice number is this correct? Just as we saw here. So the date for the sales, the company name, the name of the buyer, the salesperson, job description. Then we have wow, we have all the data we need. So we need to save this agent. Save it as um, invoice extraction PDF invoice extraction PDF invoice extraction agent create agent. So this agent we are going to be using to do our extraction. Thank you, agent. So we've saved the agent and the agent worked. How many minutes do we have for the stream to end? 7 more minutes. Uh, what should we do? We just have 7 more minutes. So I think we'll continue another time. But before then, what I will do, I'll finish up, then I'll explain. I know that we've taken some time, but I can still finish up. Then we explain the processes that is required. I used to get okay. This is the expense tracker. We need to sign in. We go to expense tracker. So I'll show you how I got the agent information. Then remember that we're extracting. So the next thing we'll be doing, excuse me, is going to be using HTTP note. H we'll be using an HTTP note. So if you have any questions, you can drop it. So, so I'm doing it live, so it's going to be so I'm using an HTTP note. So it's I think I have my llama index already. Let me check. Get settings. I think I have it already installed. Okay, wait. Let me check whether we have llama, llama index. Okay, we don't have it. We don't have it here. So all I just need to do is import the call. We've been going now for over 54 minutes. We have 6 minutes more. It's been a long time. Let me see if I can find. Okay, manage agent. Manage agent. So this is the agent ID. So we are going to use. So now let's go to the documentation. Open. So what we used was extraction. So extraction example for extraction. Auto extraction schema. Wow. Let me see. Extraction financial. Nothing. Why? Let me see. Let me look for um llama extract. Okay, getting. Let me go to getting started. Getting started with llama extract. I'm trying to get the code that we're going to use. REST API. Okay, so these are REST API that we're using. Okay, we'll copy this. But for that our agent, we could actually get it from here. Let's open it again. Let's see the result. Okay, we don't need to run this extraction anymore. I think we could just get it from advanced. Let me see. Extraction prompt. Let me see. Okay. Basic code. JavaScript. Exception. Get the extraction agent schema by this. Okay, this using JavaScript. But what I want is I want to use the API. So new llama extraction. This is JavaScript. Just a minute. I think I'd actually done something like that. Okay, we've got 3 minutes. So I should be able to find in the next 3 minutes. I should be able to find it. So I'll just structure my schema because it also gives schema on what to do and how to impute it. This is just API keys. So let me go to just a minute. I'll find it. History. I'm using my second screen. Sorry. So agent tutorial original. So let me use this one. I want to find. I have a schema for this. I can just copy and paste, but I want to ensure that I'm doing the right thing. So let's go back here. This is the HTTP request node. HTTP request node. It's loading. Sorry. So let me see. Okay, I didn't use this. This is not what I used. Let me go to another one. MPT cohere. Yeah, this one. How many minutes remaining? We've got 1 minute before the end of the stream, but quickly I will just take us through it. Okay, but the structure should be here. The processes, examples, speed, general, self-hosting. getting started. It should be here. What type of do I need? Using the UI. No, not using the UI. Get API keys. We already have this REST API. Sorry. Go to the REST API. There's a call for the agent. Then this is just a schema that we could use to just get everything to work. But I already have it here already. Okay, so it's fine. So we have agent extraction. Quick create an agent. We have created the agent already. So we have the agent. Remember, we saved the agent ID. So the next thing we want to do is also refer to the programmatic AI. Then we want to upload the document because we already have an agent. We want to upload the document. So import core, paste, and import. So we already have all this here already. So authentication. So I have a predefined generic authentication already. I have it's going to be a header. I have it somewhere header. Sorry, I have it pre-installed. So it's fine. And scroll down, everything is correct. Authorization. Let me see. Let me see this using this field below. Then we have the header. Accept JSON correct. Then authorization. We don't need this anymore. I've included my key. And from data, type anything fine. Input data is going to be data. That's the name of the file here, of the binary file data. But you have to understand something. First, we upload the file that we want. Then the process is in multiple processes. So HTTP, HTTP. That's how the process goes. You upload, then run the extraction. So we'll copy this call, go back to NetN, import, and save, and import. So that's the next thing we're going to do. Then I want us to understand that okay, we've got this. We'll use the same method, generic. I've imported mine already, so I don't need to add it again. I have my keys already. I don't need authorization. Don't need authorization. I want JSON body. Then the extraction ID. That's the agent ID. So what I'm going to do is the name is the agent ID. So I don't need all this. I don't need all this. Just extraction underscore agent underscore ID. So I'm going back to my llama. Remember that we saved this agent. Let me see. Let's go to manage agents. So all I just need is to copy this. So I skip the first step of creation. So I'm pasting this my agent here. Then I'm adding. Then I'm adding. So this next step, let me go back. It's supposed to generate for us. Okay, let me execute this first. It's going to generate us a file ID. Let's execute this. So I'll put in the file to Llama. It's going to generate us a file ID of the document that is actually uploaded. So once we get that file ID, is that file ID that we'll actually use. This is it here. That's created this file type project ID. Sorry, this is the project ID. This is the file ID. So we're going to here taking this ID. We're going to create a field here, body. We're calling it file ID, file underscore ID. And we're taking this file ID and putting here. That's the file ID we use to know where the file that was uploaded goes to. Then what we do is run the extraction. What we do is run this extraction. So that's the next thing we do. So once we execute, and most times the extraction takes our time is gone. Okay, most times the extraction takes some time. So we extract, see what it says, run an extraction job. Then we have to pull it to check the status. So let's run the extraction job. Let's execute this. Hope there will be no errors. Fine. The extraction, we've run the extraction successfully. Let's go back to our N10. Then the next step is using the same HTTP node. So let's rename this. Sorry, let's rename all this. This is number one. Rename. Rename as no. Rename as upload. Upload to cloud. Then rename this as extract job. Then rename this as check status. Check status. So we've uploaded the so the next thing for us to do is to get the result, get pull to check for the status of this. So we're going back to this, copying the call, import, paste, import. So we're having authentication generic. We're using a header. We're using Llama Cloud. We're not using this because we already have this. Then in our body, in our body, we are running the here. We are putting the job ID. So let's go back. Job ID, the API. So this is the job ID. This is from here. This is the job ID. That's the job ID. Fine. That's basically all. Execute. Request is invalid. UUID extraction agent. Oh. Sorry. Let me see. Did I use the wrong ID? Let me see. This extraction agent. Let's see. Oh, extraction. Job ID. Input should be a valid UID. Invalid character. Expected a prefix of UUID. So I don't think so. Project ID. ID. Let me see. It's just the job ID. So what we did here is to upload. Here we extracted to create the job. We created. This is the upload ID. Upload ID is 98. Then we created an ID. It is the extraction ID. The agent ID. So this is not what we need. Then 94 is the file upload ID. Then we generated a separate ID. So jobs, I hope my is correct. Jobs slash API llama API version. Let's check it. Pull jobs. So we're using the job ID here. We're using the job ID here. So it's actually we're correct using the job ID from this extraction job. So let's put it back. This is what should be here. Job ID and execute. So I think this is what happened. This is what happened. So whenever you're using this Llama Cloud, there's a timeline for all this to work. So what I do is if this extraction fails, if not, so I put an if not. I put an if node. If the extraction fails, That means the status, check status. So where's the status? Okay, can you say these are all the data that we extracted from the invoice? So status. So if status is equal to success, if status is equal to success, remember the first one that we did failed is equal to success, then so so it it routes, else it goes to else. That means there's a problem. So what I normally do, because I've used it before, I'll put a wait node. I'll wait for 5 seconds, and I'll re-execute this command again. Can you see? So now we've executed the command. Now what do we want to do is to, now we've gotten a success. So if I run this code, let's execute this. Execute. Hey, so it's in the branch. So we're using an HTTP node again. What we want to do now is to extract the data, extract the job. There's extraction of job and there's extraction of data. So now get the result for the job. This is it. Copy. So we're going back here, import call, paste the call command, import, then we're getting the job information. Remember that we need to always use, so it's better to set it automatic so that you don't bother doing it over and over again. So now what we want to do is to get the job ID. So can you see here there's a space for job ID? Let's delete all this, slash forward slash this job ID. Remember that's what we are looking for, not the agent ID, the job ID. Job ID. So we've gotten even, oh, we even have all the data here, sir, because it outputted the data. So there might be no need, because this is the schema, like this is actually the schema that we wanted. There might be no need to extract it any longer. We don't need authorization, but just to extract only this, you could directly use the edit node. I think I can directly use the edit node without even using this, but still yet. So let's just use this just to extract the I think I deleted something, slash result. I deleted something. Where is it? Slash result. Yes. Execute. The request is invalid or cannot be processed. Okay, the UID that you used is wrong. So let's check the job ID that we used here. What is the job ID? The job ID is 98. Let's check here the job ID. Let me see. Send header. The job ID is correct. 98. Let's try it again. UID followed by O. Okay. So what is the issue? Accept JSON. I've put in there. I've put in this job ID, the result. Except I did not spell my result well. Let's see. Let me see, did I put a space? Ah, that's the problem. Execute. I think it's getting it. Yes. So we've gotten our data complete. Complete. These are all the data. So this is the schema. So what did we have? We have CJM power. Remember the invoice. Let me open the invoice for us. This is the invoice. Let me reduce it. So remember the invoice. We have the company name. You saw it. The buyer's information, the seller's name, the description of the item, then the quantity of the item, the description of the item again, the amount the item costs, then the percentage of VAT, the bank details, some other information. So it was clearly able to extract the details. So what do we want to do now? Remember that the major focus, if you check, is to log the it in a Google Sheet. So remember that this is just part one for a well structured. So we're using Sheet, Google Sheet. So we want to append rule in a sheet. Append rule in a sheet. That's what we want. So I have not created that sheet yet, so I can create it here. Let me let me quickly create it here. I'll open it in my other screen. Google Sheets. Google Sheets. So Google Sheets. I'm signing into the Google Sheet. Just give me a minute. So this is extract data. Rename extract data. So this is extract data. Extract data. So um, just just a minute. So this is the Google Sheet I created. So if you paste, let it load. So I'm sorry, I think my system is kind of slow. So it's not really doing what I need it to do. So history. Mm, so so we've loaded it. So remember that there are different informations we want. The first information we want, based on the data we have, we need we already know the company name. We need the date of invoice date. So I think we need to rename this first into expense tracker. Expense tracker. Expense tracker. So expense tracker. So invoice date. We need invoice date. We need um invoice number. So we need invoice number. Invoice number. So invoice number. Then we need buyer. Buyer name or other details. Then we need item this item description, item or items description based on what is available. Then we need why is all my pages reloading? Everything is reloading. Oh, wow, everything is reloading. It's fine. It's fine. So items description. Why is this page? Everything is reloading. Ah, wow. Everything reloaded. My page reloaded. So let's just wait. I think we're done with this. We're done with this for now. So let me leave just this page on. OCR, we don't need this page to be up. Maybe I think that might be what will be happening to my system. Okay, still loading up. So we'll just continue. Thank God for the new details. So I need to run all these stuffs again. No problem. No problem. We'll still get the details that we need. So for me to get this expense tracker, item description, let's go to amount. That's basically all we need for now. Description is DE. Apologies for that. Description is DE. So Gemini is still loading. So let me pull this. It should have this expense tracker by default. Nice. Then choose sheet one. Nice. Then to fetch the columns. So I don't have any details here. So let me rename this to amount. So I need to execute this again to be able to map data. We spent too long on this stream. It's 1 hour 22 minutes now. So let me rerun this file, run this workflow, check, upload the file to Google Drive, download the file, extract if it's a PDF, run the cloud, extract the job, get the job ID, and wait if there's a failure and retry again. If it's successful, it goes. Let's try the job. Then we have it will fail here because we did not set anything, but it's fine. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the failure. So now what do we want? Invoice number goes to invoice number. That's the invoice number. Invoice date goes to invoice date. Invoice date go to invoice date. Then buyer's name, valor here. And we don't need seller's name. I don't think we need seller's name. Item description. So the item description or job description, as the case as my the index has done it, then the amount. So for this amount, I'm going to okay. Let me leave it. I would have formatted it, but it's fine. And if I execute this step, we are done. Execute. Oh, okay. It's executing every. Okay, still. Oh, it will fail. I'm sorry. Amounts, I'm sorry. So I updated the amount name. So So let me execute this again. uh why does he have to go back and execute so many fields? So let's see. The execution should be successful. Now we got it successfully. So what do we have here? The invoice date, invoice number, buyer, installation details. And so as you can see now, we've completed the first pipeline. So this pipeline was for normal formatted invoices. So this is the pipeline we'll use. So I think we'll be continuing another time. Thank you all for watching. I don't know why my page is loading, so but it's fine. Thank you all for watching. So if you have any questions, just drop in the chat. This is the workflow. Just drop in the chat.